Hello, my beautiful girls of Year 3. Welcome back, and let's begin our lesson for the second line of the cuckoo. Before we begin, I want to make sure that you've done a warm-up. Why don't you follow after me and just repeat what I do. Make sure, again, your left hand is on top. We're going to use first G, A, and B, and then we'll do some tricky stuff to get you ready for the second line. Very good. Now, let's play the first line together, and then we'll have a look at the second line. If you've practiced well, then this should be very easy, so go ahead and play along with me. 1 and 2 and ready, go. Did you feel pretty good about that? I hope so, but if you still need some more practice, either rewind this video or go and watch the previous lesson and practice again along with all the steps. Well, now that we've got that part down, we're going to go through the step-by-step process for our next line so that we can finish off the song. But first, let's do these quick little warm-ups to get our fingers ready for the changes that are going to happen. We're going to be changing between the D and the B a lot. The D, let's remember, has no thumb, and the B, which has a thumb and our first finger. So let's take a minute and just do that change. Why don't you follow after me? We're going to start on the B, okay? I'm sorry, on the D. I get a little confused sometimes with the letters too. So we're going to do Why don't you give that a try? Do it along with me. 1, 2, ready, go. How'd that go? Pretty good? All right, now let's do the moving down of the line. So from a D to a C to a B. This one's a little tricky, but I know you can handle it. We'll take it nice and slow. Listen first and try it in practice position, and then we'll do it together. Let's try together. As you noticed, if we don't stop the air between the notes and we move our finger at some point, we might get a little funny sound. So let's try it now, stopping the notes with our tongue in between. Same thing once again. 1, 2, ready, go. Do you notice the difference? I think you will. You might want to practice that again just to get your fingers ready, because now we're going to have to play it much faster. It can get a little confusing, but I'm sure you'll get it with practice. All right, let's do step by step the same thing that we have done with line number 1. Step 1, first we need to color and label the notes with their names. So take a moment, pause your video, and go ahead and do that on your paper. If you need a reminder of the colors of the notes, here you go. Take a moment now to check and make sure that you have the same notes written as I do. If you need to pause the video, go ahead and do that so that you have them all correct. All right, so here's the fun part. Let's do step number 2. Clap the rhythm and say the note names. Be careful again, watch for the tas and the rests. Here we go. I'm going to add the pickup note that we talked about from the first line, which was a D, because it really goes along with this line. So let's add that in. It'll sound like this. Let's do it together. 1 and 2 and ready, go. D, B, D, B, D, C, B, C, D, B, D, B, D, B, D, C, B, C, D, B. If you had a bit of trouble with that, just go back and do it again until you feel confident. Now let's move on to step number 3. Practice the song in practice position and say the note names. Again, watch for the tas and the rests. If you want to just do it by yourself while listening, you can do that, but I'll also put up my video so that you can watch my fingers and do it along with me. Again, don't forget that we're going to start with the pickup note that isn't written there, which is the D. So you should have your thumb off the back hole and your middle finger on the second hole. Let's do it together. 1 and 2 and ready, go. D, B, D, B, D, C, B, C, D, B, D, B, D, B, D, C, B, C, D, B. Those CDCBs are a little tricky, but go ahead and make sure that you're getting those fingers changed at the right times, okay? You can practice it again if you need to, or when you're ready, go on to step number 4, which means we finally get. Again, you can follow on your own sheet, or if it's helpful to watch my fingers, go ahead and do it along with me there. Let's get ready. We're going to take it nice and slow, especially for those tricky parts. And then you can play it faster and faster as you practice it at home. We start with our thumb off. Ready? 1 and 2 and ready, go. How did you do? Like I said, it's a little tricky. Even sometimes I get confused. But practice makes perfect. So practice, practice, practice with this video as many times as you need to until you're ready. And then, just as we did on the last video, you can upload you playing the second line of the cuckoo on our Flipgrid. If you don't remember how to do it, just watch my last video at the end and it will remind you of all of the steps in order to upload your video. Keep up the good work and don't get discouraged. Even if it's challenging, the more you practice, the better you're gonna get. So just keep on trying, and I'll see you next time for our next lesson.